Last year, 6 teenagers were shot with 2 fatally wounded in an incident in Westbury, Johannesburg, in what was seen as a gang-related crime. This is just one of the many crime incidents that have caused public outcry in Westbury. It's a suburb described as one of the country's most crime-riddled areas. According to the crime statistics for April 2025 to March 2026, the Sophia Town Police Station covered surrounding suburbs, including Westbury, and there's a long list of crimes. 4,148 of them were reported in April 2025 to March 2026. That's 1,127 violent crimes and 569 property crimes. 79 murders were reported. Now, let's go to Sakina Kamwendo. She is there this morning and is highlighting the crisis that the community is facing. Sakina, good morning to you.
Well, a very good morning, Leanne, and yes, as you've indicated, coming to you this morning from Westbury, and as you can see behind me is, of course, the headquarters for public safety in Johannesburg, and of course these are the JMPD headquarters, and to my right, a few hundred meters down the road, not kilometers, meters, is where the Sophia Town Police Station is. And just to pick up on those statistics that you mentioned, Leanne, of the 79 murders that occurred, and perhaps placing it into context, this area, Westbury, this particular township is, of course, 1 kilometer, just over 1 kilometer square radius. And according to the 2011 statistics, around 13,000 people residing in this space. So if you look at how small this space is, and you look at the number of murders, 79, which is, of course, what was recorded between April 2025 and March this year. And that number marks a decrease of 10% in the murder rate. However, you juxtapose that against an attempted murder rate of 122, which has seen an uptick of 22%. You can read into those numbers whether there's been better response to those who were injured, or whether those who are doing the shooting, the perpetrators, are perhaps just not as skilled as expected. But speaking to that, the majority of the victims are, of course, males between the ages of 25 and 35. And unfortunately, they make up 85 to 90% of the statistics as far as fatalities go. And of course, the next age group and younger children, again, males, that is what makes up the number. And it speaks to this interpersonal violence that is being perpetrated on each other here as a result of the gang turf wars. And this is what is driving the homicides in the main in this area, Leanne. And we're going to talk about that because it has gone on for the longest time. If you go back on your 5-year statistics trends, a few years ago, there were 86 murders, and then it hovers around that sort of number. But it also is becoming a lot more sinister because now there's this trend that they call face off. And what it means is that when people shoot to kill each other on these streets, they specifically aim for the face, so that when they do shoot you, your face is effectively blown off, so that you will have a closed casket funeral. And somehow in that, people find some form of, I don't want to say joy, but this is something that is being done deliberately here on the streets of Westbury. So we're going to speak to community members. We're going to speak to Bishop Dalton Adams, who of course is once again spearheading this, it's not a protest march per se, as he was saying, but of course the community coming together to express once again their displeasure, to express once again how they feel that they've been let down by government in this area, which again, to reiterate how small it is, they feel government can literally surround this area and try to deal with the problem of drugs, gangsterism, and of course the turf wars that is killing so many young men on these streets. And that's going to be our focus here in Westbury throughout the morning, and we'll speak to the MMC for Public Safety as well. So we'll be back at around 6:35 with the MMC. For now, it's back to you, Leanne.
All right, Sakina, so as I said to you, this is the main focus of the broadcast this morning. Do stay with us this morning. Thanks, Sakina.